What if I told you that what you're putting into your mouth may be stealing 10 healthy years from your life? Not just years of living, but years of living well. Here's what most people don't realize. It's not just how long you live, your lifespan. It's about how well you live, your health span. That's the time in your life when you're mobile, sharp, active, and free from chronic illnesses. For many, that time runs out far too soon. The good news: you can extend your health span and your lifespan by avoiding a few specific foods that are silently undermining your health. So stick with me, because by the end of this video, you will know the key dietary strategies that can help you live not just longer, but better. This is especially important for those of you who are just starting to change your diet for the better, especially as we approach a new year. Imagine you've worked your entire life just to retire a little less healthy than you anticipated. But did you know that the average person spends the last 10 to 20 years of their life battling chronic diseases like arthritis, heart disease, diabetes, and of course dementia? And unfortunately, that creates a huge gap between their health span and their lifespan. But what if you could close that gap? Imagine living well into your 70s, 80s, or even 90s with energy, mobility, and a sharp mind without being tethered to medications or doctor visits. I have patients who come to my clinic at 80 years of age, thriving, and literally are heading to the gym after they visit me, while others need the assistance of a family member to simply walk and have a long list of medications just to survive. How do you envision what your life will look like when you turn 80? Well, if you want to look like the patient who's going to the gym, the key to having a similar resume is determined by what you put on your plate and in your mouth. Certain foods are accelerating your aging, damaging your metabolism, and fueling the diseases that rob you of your health span. Let's talk about what they are and why they're so detrimental. For the experienced in the low-carb community, this may be a friendly reminder, but for the novice, this is what people in the low-carb community do to thrive, whether they're low-carb, keto, or carnivore. We generally avoid the same things. Number one, refined sugar. Sugar is everywhere. It's in sodas or pops. And let me pause for a moment. Tell me if you call it those sugary drinks, sodas, or pops in the video comments. I think that'll be interesting. And for the other examples, snacks, sauces, and even so-called health foods. Yes, foods like oatmeal and raisin bran. Oatmeal has 27 carbs divided by 4 is just under 7 teaspoons of sugar, and raisin bran has 46 carbs divided by 4 is a whopping 11.5 teaspoons of sugar. These foods spike your blood sugar and insulin, setting the stage for insulin resistance, the root cause of type 2 diabetes, heart disease, dementia, and over 50 medical conditions that are featured in one of my videos entitled, "They Don't Want You to Know About Keto." I will have a link to that video in the comments. Additionally, high sugar levels speeds up what we call glycation, where sugar molecules damage your cells and tissues, causing inflammation and wrinkles from the inside out. That's that image you see on the thumbnail of me in the future. Number two, refined grains. Bread, pasta, cereal, and even whole grain products like oatmeal break down into sugar in your body almost as quickly as candy. Yes, I said oatmeal again. And why do I keep emphasizing oatmeal? Because so many of my patients I see that are new to my clinical practice have been indoctrinated into the belief that oatmeal is the best thing they can eat. But the same oatmeal that the FDA allows food manufacturers to advertise as heart healthy. But I would argue that any food that makes your blood sugar spike more than Snickers bars is not exactly healthy. So I'll share that video in the video comments as well. And why do they spike your blood sugar? That's because grains trigger blood sugar spikes, promote fat storage, and fuel inflammation, leading to conditions like arthritis, heart disease, and so many more. Never, ever forget that the benefits of grain will never outweigh the negative effects of insulin spikes. Number three, seed oils. These so-called heart-healthy oils like soybean, canola, and corn oil are anything but healthy. They're loaded with omega-6 fatty acids, which cause chronic inflammation. When heated, they produce toxic compounds that damage your cells and can potentially increase your risk for heart disease, cancer, and autoimmune disorders. There's some controversy in this area, as there are some experts who are not as concerned. But until the controversy is clear, I tell my patients that the better oils to consume include less processed oils like lard, beef tallow, ghee, and plant-based oils like avocado, coconut, and olive oil. Now, whoever imagined that a doctor would recommend bacon grease as health food, but you're looking right at one. And full disclosure, most of my ribeyes are prepared with bacon grease on the stovetop. Share in the comments if you love cooking with bacon grease. Number 4, processed foods. Processed foods are a cocktail of all the bad stuff I've mentioned and more, including refined sugars, grains, seed oils, and artificial additives. They're nutrient-poor, calorie-dense, and designed to keep you eating more. They lead to weight gain, nutrient deficiencies, and metabolic chaos. Number 5, starchy vegetables. White potatoes, sweet potatoes, corn, and other starchy vegetables may seem harmless, but they're loaded with carbohydrates that spike your blood sugar and insulin. This makes them problematic for anyone looking to improve their metabolic health. And let's be clear, one of my favorite foods from the past was smothered white potatoes, but I'll never choose that over the health of my family, except for a periodic indulgence, of course. Number 6, high sugar fruits. While fruit is often seen as healthy, varieties like bananas, mangoes, and grapes are high in fructose, which is a sugar that is processed by the liver and stored as fat. Low sugar options like berries are a better choice for those on low carb or keto. But never forget that fruit is and always will be nature's candy. So always know how much sugar is in the fruit you're eating and never overconsume them. Number 7, low-fat and fat-free products. Your days of purchasing low-fat products should be over. These are often loaded with sugar or starch to make up for the lack of fat. They drive blood sugar spikes, cravings, and hunger, all while failing to nourish your body. Number 8, artificial sweeteners. Even keto-friendly sweeteners like erythritol and stevia can trigger insulin responses, fuel cravings, and disrupt your gut microbiome. My gut just can't tolerate them. For many, avoiding sweeteners altogether is the safest way to prevent setbacks. So for this one, use your judgment. Many of my patients use these artificial sweeteners as they transition off the standard American diet and try to use sweeteners sparingly. But again, if it doesn't trigger you, it may be okay. So again, use your judgment for this one. You may have a stronger stomach than I have. Number 9, alcoholic beverages. I know I'm hurting somebody with this one. High-carb options like beer, sweet wines, and sugary cocktails wreak havoc on your blood sugar and liver health. Dry wines and spirits like vodka or whiskey are better choices if consumed in moderation, but alcohol in any form can impair fat metabolism and recovery. So like artificial sweeteners, try to limit your alcohol consumption. So what's my takeaway? Avoiding these foods isn't just about restriction. It's about replacing them with nutrient-dense whole foods that heal your body from the inside out. That's where low-carb, keto, and carnivore diets shine. And why do they shine? Number 1, they stabilize blood sugar and insulin. By removing sugars and high-carb foods, these diets stabilize your blood sugar and prevent insulin spikes, which are at the root cause of most chronic diseases. When insulin levels are low, your body can use your body's fat for energy, helping you lose weight and improve metabolic health. Number 2, reduce inflammation. Eliminating seed oils and processed foods dramatically reduces inflammation. Inflammation is the silent driver behind heart disease, cancer, autoimmune conditions, and accelerated aging. Number 3, improve brain health. Ketones produced when you restrict carbs are a cleaner fuel for your brain than glucose. They reduce oxidative stress and may protect against neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. Number 4, better energy and longevity. A diet rich in healthy fats like those found in grass-fed meats, butter, and fatty fish fuels your body efficiently, keeping your energy steady throughout the day. Fats also support cell membrane integrity and hormone production, essential for long-term vitality. Number 5, nutrient density. Carnivore and keto diets prioritize nutrient-dense foods like meat, organs, eggs, and low-carb veggies. These provide the vitamins and minerals your body needs to repair itself and thrive. Compare that to the nutrient wasteland of processed foods, and the choice becomes clear. By avoiding these harmful foods and adopting a low-carb, keto, or carnivore approach, you're not just adding years to your life, you're adding life to your years. You'll experience more energy to spend time with loved ones, a sharper mind to pursue your passions, and a healthier body to enjoy the things you love, free from pain and disease. The payoff isn't just in the future, it's in how you feel right now. The gap between health span and lifespan is a reality for most people, but it doesn't have to be for you. The choices you make today have the power to rewrite your future. Avoid the foods that steal your health, embrace the ones that nourish you, and watch as your body transforms. Now it's your turn. If you're ready to take control of your health span and lifespan, start by making one change today. Drop one of these harmful foods from your diet and replace it with something that fuels your health. And if you're looking for guidance, subscribe to this channel. Together we'll explore how to live longer, healthier, and more vibrant lives. The life that many of us have discovered in the low-carb community. I'll see you in the next video.